come across a video on this app and you don't know what's going on, all you have to do is keep scrolling, and eventually the algorithm will give you the answers that you're looking for. I came across this video that Dana made, and she was talking about Scarface Mark. And this is what she had to say.
Scarface Mark is a baby daddy? Y'all wasn't gonna tell nobody? I had to hear the baby crying in the video. Ain't this the same man who done made so many videos about baby mamas? And you mean to tell me he turned out to be a baby mama maker?
Well, as you can see from that video, it seems as if Dana's just calling Mark out for being a hypocrite because of the type of content that he makes, but then now he gets a woman pregnant. But this is what Mark had to say in response to that video.
Oh my God, Daddy, shut up. Shut up, Dana. Shut the F up. For real. In order for me to be a baby father, I would have to be single, not be with the mother of my child, right? Turns out that I am with the mother of my child. And I have Mark video. Dana, you're fucking 38. You're about to be 40. Go get a man or something, but you need one.
And even then, at first, I thought maybe they were joking with each other until he said that last line. I'm like, oh, this shit is serious. So I keep scrolling, not thinking anything of it, until I saw this third video. Within the span of 10 minutes, I saw all three of these videos. That's why I'm telling y'all, TikTok algorithm is undefeated. And this is what Benny Ray had to say about the situation.
Damn, imagine making all that single mother content just to make a woman a single mother. Damn. All that shit about not playing on another man's save file just for another nigga that's about to be playing on your save file.
So from what it sounds like, it seems as if Benny Ray and Dana are calling Mark out for making a woman a single mother. But Mark is saying that's not the case. He's in a relationship with that woman. What do y'all think? I think this shit's about to get crazy.
I think women are ridiculous. It's like I think women and some men don't understand what single mother means. They don't understand what single mother is. I think it's the same thing when I've seen a lot of women a while back saying, even if I'm in a relationship, I'm still single until I'm married. What? You're single until you're married, even though you're in a relationship. That makes sense. No, it really doesn't. And now there's no clear Oxford definition, but this is what I Googled. So by Google definition, a single mother is a woman who is raising one or more children without the support of a partner, typically a husband or a partner in the same household. This can be due to whatever, all these other stuff. How are you a single mother when you're not really single? And you are with the man you gave a child to. How it's like, and then the guy Benny Ray said, "Oh, you're about to make him let another man, be with her." What? No other. He's still with the woman. So you're predicting, oh, he's gonna leave her, and then she'll become a single mother. Why would you even? First of all, why would you even put that out to the stratus? Why would you, put that out in the ether? And then you're assuming he's going to leave her to make her a single mother. I find people really ridiculous, especially with this drama, because I think the guy, the Benny Ray guy, he doesn't like Scarface Mark, because sometimes Benny Ray is like, he's a panderer or he's like a race baiter, stuff like that. He always cares about race. And I agree with Scarface on what he said about Dana. Like, seriously, she does need a man, because she's so up on it. She's so her takes sometimes are just weird. Again, how are you a single mother when you're not single? Literally, you're just breaking the definition or the idea of being single. And women do this. Women like to change up the definition of things. You're not single until you're married if you're in a relationship. So, ridiculous. In my last couple of videos, I've been talking about how two things can be true at once. Marriage is a good advice for women, right? Marry before you carry is a good advice for women. Marriage is not a good advice for men. Because men have seen the destructions of marriages. Thanks to women, 70% of divorces are filed by women. Marriage does not keep a woman with you. Marriage does not. But divorce is an incentive for women. If you could, divorcing a man, you can potentially gain your freedom and more financial support without the shackles of the man you don't want anymore. A lot of men have seen this. That's why in a lot of men's eyes, marriage is pointless. Marriage is useless. Marriage isn't a benefit. Now, studies have shown marriage is a benefit for men, but this is my opinion. The interpretation is wrong. Long-term relationships are a benefit for men, because you can get pretty much exactly the benefits of a marriage you can get from a long-term relationship. There is really nothing or barely anything. People constantly say tax, it's like nothing. That's like nothing. The benefits you get from marriage, you can get from a long-term relationship. Now, again, two things can be true at once. That is an advice for men. Having kids in marriage, right? Don't have kids out of wedlock. That is an advice for women. So whatever category you fall under, seek the advice that fits for you. A lot of people don't understand that men are dejected. Men don't see the value in marriage anymore. And that is thanks to women. That is thanks to the family court. Men don't see the value. Men have heard so many stories. This woman left after 15 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. He built a life with her. And yet women can still leave a man. And here's the thing. People think that, infidelity, financial is like the top cause. No. If you actually look, the reasoning, and people write down the reasoning for divorce, is irrevocable differences. Now, you can write cheating, infidelity, or finances. You can write that down. No, but people choose to write irrevocable differences. Difference of opinions, whatever. Or what I personally want to believe, or what this is my only assumption, women are bored. Women think that they can do better. Women fell out of love with the man. Women, bored with the lifestyle, the life that she's gained through this marriage. Women get bored quicker in monogamous, long-term committed relationships. That's a study. Women do get bored quicker. So, putting all these together, I say that women usually leave marriages because they're bored. They're not happy. They want something different, want something better. So why would men want to commit to someone that honestly cares about their own happiness, or wants to satiate, wants to, get rid of her boredom, right? Why would men have to risk that? So men don't want to deal with this anymore. Men are not crying to get married and I believe men want to get married. The problem is women have made marriage unappetizing because they will weaponize divorce. Only now, more and more men are doing prenups. So that's only in recent time. But it's barely that many amount of men. So again, marriage is a good advice for women because it gives them a layer of protection, i.e. a divorce. For men, marriage is not a good thing. So I find it really ridiculous that some people say that, if men say, if men criticize women that have children at wedlock, he's a hypocrite. No, he's not a hypocrite because he means it. It is a good thing. It's a benefit for women to have children, to demand marriage before children, right? To have kids in a marriage because it protects them. It shows that at least this man is committed to you. And that's a good advice to women. Now for men, you can't be committed to a woman without marrying her. If you can have kids with her without her demanding marriage, good on you.
Y'all better make sure y'all favorites are married too. Y'all favorite activist, y'all favorite lover boy. If they got a kid, they better be married, or y'all better give them the same treatment y'all giving Mark. See, I agree with Dana. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's what I said in my first post. That's what I said on her live. I think what Mark is trying to get away from are the negative stereotypes that come along with being a baby daddy. Mark said, I'm here every day. You know what I'm saying? I work, I provide, I do this and that. I think he was trying to say, like, I'm not the traditional baby daddy. I'm in this motherfucker every day, which I would imagine stings like a motherfucker because I'm married. I take care of all my children and my wife. And if somebody isn't married and they're doing the same thing, I don't think that what they're doing should be discounted. With that being said, yeah, I think that, damn, having a child is more serious than being married. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say about all that religious shit. Your kids are more. Y'all played God, now it's time to be God. With that being said, make sure that your faves are married too, y'all. And I'm talking legally. You know, it's a lot of niggas on social media who will say, my wife, and they don't have no paperwork with her. Make sure that your faves are married or give them the same exact treatment you giving Mark.
I want to say this. Two things can be true at once. You can give advice to a woman that you don't really give to a man. So saying a woman they should, they should get married before they carry. That's a solid advice for a woman. Saying you don't really need to give that same advice for a man, or it's not as solid for a man. Why would you? Because here's the thing: where if a woman is giving a man a child, she needs to try to get as much security as possible, because you're giving something very precious to a man. Why would a man need that same security? Why? I said this before, where there is zero benefit for a man in marriage comparatively from a long-term relationship. Now, yes, the studies have shown that men do benefit from marriage, but the study, in my personal opinion, just all personal opinion, is flawed in that they don't represent long-term relationships. They do marriage and single. Because I believe men can get exact same benefits from a long-term relationship with a woman. Exact same. So men, and I'm not saying that women like marriage is amazing for women. No, what I'm saying is that the only benefit they can get, right, security, thanks to the divorce. Now, I'm not saying divorce is amazing for women. No, I'm saying that if out of the two parties, the only benefits they would get is the divorce. That's the divorce. Men don't benefit from divorce, if at all. Women, majority of the time, benefits from divorce. And I'm not saying that it's a great thing for women. No, I'm just saying that if you find any benefit from that, it's the divorce. And that is why women benefit from marriage. Now, I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying marriage is the best thing for women. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying divorce is the best thing for women. But out of the two genders, out of who can benefit from marriage, I'll say women, because of divorce. And yes, men benefit from marriage, but in actuality, men benefit from long-term relationships. So if a man can get a long-term relationship from you, if he can get kids from you without the paperwork, without the government shackling, right, to any kind of legal consequences, men would do it. So that's a logical stance. Like, let's say statistics shown that, let's say, black fathers are the most active fathers out of all ethnic groups. Statistics have shown that single fathers are produce better, productive children, future adults than single mothers. So paperwork means what? It means what to a man? Men would do it because they love the woman. They want to give her that security, but it means nothing to a man. It's not that important to a man. Two, the stereotypes of the baby daddy thing, that's women creating it, not men. Men have shown statistically that being a single father isn't a negative mark on you, or being a father that you're not married to a woman. You're still an active father, you're still an active part in your child's life. So there's this whole, the talk with, the drama with some, content creators, but I think it's ridiculous. I think it's silly because you neglect how women think and how men think and how women act and how men act. And what is best for each person doesn't mean that it's best for the other person as well. Okay? Marriage is a benefit for women. So women should, require marriage before having a child. Men, if they can get a child without the shackle of marriage, great on him. I have yet to see anyone truly answer this question. What can a man get from a marriage that he doesn't get from an actual relationship? What? What particularly that he's getting out of a marriage that he wouldn't have gotten in a relationship? Because I had a guy comment, oh, men do benefit from a marriage. They don't. They don't. I mean, I think, yes, statistically it says men benefit from a marriage. It's just, they can benefit the same thing from a relationship. But the studies only use marriage as a benchmarker. Being married or not being married as a benchmarker. Okay? I mean, being married and being single. That's the difference they make. Instead of being in a marriage and being in a relationship. They don't use that as the... So, literally, I have not seen anyone, and please tell me because I would love to know. What would men get in a marriage that he doesn't already get or could get in a relationship? Because I said this in the last video. Men do not benefit from a marriage. Only women. Why do women benefit from a marriage? It is the process of getting a divorce. Women benefit from a divorce. Men don't. So that is why they benefit from a marriage, because of the process of a divorce. Because you can't get divorced if you've never been married.
Scarface Mark is a baby daddy. Y'all wasn't gonna tell nobody? I had to hear the baby crying in the video. Ain't this the same man who done made so many videos about baby mamas? And you mean to tell me he turned out to be a baby mama maker? Remember when I made that video and I said majority of y'all black men who run around claiming to be childless, y'all gonna end up being baby daddies? Remember when I said that? It's because it's true. Right? Half of y'all are under the age of 30, and before y'all hit 30, majority of y'all will be somebody's baby daddy. Like, didn't he just make a video last year saying this?
In 2024, going on 2025, we got thinking being a baby mama or a baby daddy is cool. Like, look.
One thing I don't like is no hypocrite, right? I don't like nobody who sit up and
Now, I'm going to say this. I don't really know Scarface Mark like that. I don't watch his content like that. I see it from time to time. I don't know his situation. I don't know if he's actually a baby daddy or what, but I've never seen him make a video saying, baby daddies are cool. I don't see any man saying that being a baby father, being a baby daddy is cool. I've never seen any man. I've never seen any man promote being a baby daddy. I've seen women saying, oh, being a single mother is an amazing thing. It's like something to be treasured or propped or validated, whatever. I've seen women prop up the idea of being a single mother, not needing a man. And for men that have kids, but single fathers, to what? Critique single mothers? More often than not, it is the women leaving families, not men. Women Women, okay, balance of probability, statistically, are the ones leaving relationships, are the ones leaving families. It isn't men. It isn't men who are predominantly leaving families and relationships and marriages. It is women. So, you don't know his situation. Maybe his baby mama left. Maybe his baby mama got bored. Maybe his baby mama stopped loving him. You don't know. And I don't even know if he's a baby daddy. So, but again, having critiques of others when you really don't know the situation, it's kind of funny. I mean, I don't know her, Dana, or I guess her name Dana. I don't know her that well, but she is a forever single woman. Cannot get a man she wants to commit to her. She gets plenty of men, right, that, you know, would want her. She has plenty of options. She can't get a man she wants to commit to her. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but I'm saying, like, everyone has their own situations. Does that mean that she can't talk about men? Can't talk about relationships? No, she could. So I find it funny. It's not a hypocrite when men critique single mothers, even though he's a single father, because you don't know his situation. He's not saying, oh, single fathers are amazing, while single mothers are terrible. He's not propping up he's not propping up single fathers. But statistically, black fathers are more involved than any ethnic groups, including women. They're more involved. They're the most involved fathers. And single father households are better for kids than single mother households. So there's statistics, there's studies that show you that, well, single fathers are better than single mothers. But still, regardless, no man is coming on here and saying, oh, being a single father is amazing, or, you know, propping up the idea of being a single father. Men aren't dying to be single fathers. It's not something men dream about or promote. It's usually women that want to promote the idea or the outcomes of being a single mother, not men. So I don't see the hypocrisy in that.
All right, y'all, so this is Dana, right? In her comments, I'm reading them. She says, right, 6 years and a baby, but still won't marry her, right? Mind you, I'm 24 years old. A lot of things can happen when you're 18, 19, 21, 22, 23. You fall off, and it's a lot of things going on. Why would I marry, right? Maybe we're not ready to get married, right? There's a lot of things going on. We just had a kid. There's no time limit on getting married. 2, 3 years. You're not going to put a time stamp on nobody. Secondly, Dana is 38 years old and single, not married. She's a single 38-year-old woman. Dana, what are you talking about? You have nobody. You're probably getting smashed and dashed on. Like, it's a reason why you're 38 years old and single. Nobody's proposed to you. At least I have a candidate. You don't. Like, you're not with anybody. You don't have a candidate. You're not married. You're 38 and single. I mean, but so there's a time stamp or time limit on anything. Why aren't you married at 38 years old? Oh, because you don't want to be? Right? Maybe we want to get married, but probably just not right now. It's not the time. We're 23, 24 years old. We're young. What the fuck?
Single to married, it means you don't really belong to anyone. Yeah, you're my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend, but you're not my property. Like, so I feel like if somebody else is trying to talk to me, or like you're trying to talk to somebody else, like let the best man win. That's what.
What?
Yeah.
Even while in a relationship?
In a relationship?
Yeah.
You single? Till she married?
Till I'm married.
Don't be out, man.
Till I'm married.
Still stupid.
Still in a relationship with somebody, you feel like it's okay to step out on your person because you're not married?
A lot of people have different type of relationships. People have open relationships.
But if it's not a mutual agreement, that's not okay.
What is a traditional relationship?
Men and women committed to each other.
Until marriage.
And giving themselves
and
the
then
best
somebody
side.
trying to talk to you, then what?
I'll flirt.
Whoa.
She said never let a boyfriend stop you from finding your husband. Like,
I thought he was your boyfriend to become your husband.
I know you single, because if you had a man, you wouldn't be on here talking like that.
maybe you feel the same way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's because he probably don't value that relationship. Of course, I won't mind sharing some shit I ain't caring.
I want to say something that two things can be true at once. Men can be giving advice to women that men don't need to listen to. So what does that mean? When men say to women, you should not have kids out of wedlock, you should marry before you carry, that's not advice for women. That's not advice for men. Men do not benefit from marriage. Men do benefit from relationships. I'll say that. We get a lot of studies that say that, oh, men benefit from marriage. They don't. What they actually mean is that they benefit from relationships. They benefit from relationship. Being in a committed relationship with a woman that loves you, that's there for you. Men do not benefit from marriage. Actually, it's women that. Because what marriage can bring, divorce. Women benefit from divorce. And to get the part of divorce, you have to marry. So that is why women benefit from marriage, because of the factor of divorce. Now, I've been talking about this thing about, if you would, I don't know if you guys saw or anything about Scarface Mark, another content creator, having a baby mom, but he's with her in a relationship, and people are saying that she's a single mother. She's not. That doesn't make sense. You're not single when you're in a relationship. Women are weird with that. But and people are saying that, oh, he talks about having kids, like he's against women have kids out of wedlock, and he talks about baby mom, single mom and stuff. Again, two things can be true at once. It is a benefit. It is a good advice for women not to have kids out of wedlock. It's a good advice for women to get married before they have kids. It is not a good advice for a man. If he can get her body, he can get kids from her without, marriage, without him being at a loss, him getting potentially divorced. That's a benefit for him. You gotta think, like I said, I keep repeating it, two things can be true at once. One advice is for a man, one advice is for a woman. Now, whatever advice, whatever scenario pans out, that is what it pans out. If women can demand or get marriage from a man before she gives him a child, all the more power to her. But if he can get a child from her without marriage, well, he won. In that scenario, I mean, child support and all that, whatever, but still, in that scenario, he got what he pretty much wanted without that level of commitment. Now, I honestly believe that if you want kids from a woman, you should give her marriage because she's giving you that level of commitment. You should give her that level of commitment as well. But it's a divorce thing. Women weaponize divorce. Women weaponize the system. I just saw another video of a woman divorcing her husband after 17 years, and now she's gloating that he has to give her $10K a month. And you wonder why the advice isn't for men to marry before he has kids. The advice isn't, there's no men that really advise other men to get married. It's not a sound advice for men. It is a sound advice for women. So women should demand marriage if he wants kids with her. But again, if he can get kids with her without marriage, it's good for him. It's good for him. So that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, cold, bro.
Okay, go back upstairs.
Talk to me. I'm trying to talk.
I'm not talking to you. I don't want to talk.
For what?
Hey, I'm cool, bro.
No, what do you mean you cool? I'm gonna come with
You're
you.
not coming with me? Can you move?
No, because I love you. I'm sorry.
No, don't get away from me. Bro, get away from me. Bro, get off me. Man, watch out, bro. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing, bro. Can you let me go home? Hey. You whooping. Can you please let me go so I can go home?
I would say this regardless if it was a man or a woman. Cheating should be, cheating does not show you love anybody but yourself. Cheating does not show you love anyone but yourself. And I always want to show these kind of videos, particularly for the women's side, because we build a narrative that when you talk about cheating, it's always the image of a man. But it don't matter who you are. Women cheat as well. Women cheat just as much as men, if not more than men. They're just better at it, better at hiding it. But at the very least, they cheat just as much as men. So I hate the propaganda that, oh, if you think about cheating, it's always a man. It's always a man. Women cheat just as much. And I hate the thing where cheaters think that, oh, I love you. You know, it's like, no, you don't. You love yourself. You love yourself. That's why you cheated. Because you only thought about yourself. So when you only think about yourself, how can you love someone else? And I also want to say this thing where I've said this. One of the most dangerous emotion a woman can have is boredom. And women get bored quicker than men in monogamous, stable relationships. They get bored quicker. So when a woman is bored, she will do whatever it takes to satiate that boredom, to get rid of that boredom, to gain the momentary happiness. It don't matter if she has to leave you, divorce you, cheat on you, it don't matter, because she'll only care about themselves. She will only care about herself. And boredom, and men get bored too, but women get bored quicker than men in stable relationships. And so they don't care about no one else but themselves, and they would do whatever it takes to gain that momentary happiness. And they don't care about the consequences. Wherever the chips may fall, it's whatever. They would deal with it afterwards. And I think that's absolutely disgusting, selfish behavior. That's why I definitely support leaving if you get cheated on. There's no point in staying. I never can understand anyone who will stay when you get cheated on. It don't make sense.
I was in the adult film industry for 7 years, and now I am cooking dinner for my husband and my children. So I guess you really can turn a 304 into a housewife.
I've said this countless times before. I will never say that a woman can't find a man. Women of any and all category, demographic will have options. Doesn't matter if she's fat, skinny, ugly, pretty, 8 kids, no kids, a 304, or a virgin. It don't matter. It don't matter. There will always be a simp out there. There will always be a man that's desperate enough. There will always be a man that will worship you, that will ignore all red flags for you. There will always be a man. Always. Women will always have options. The only thing is that, do they accept said options? Are they attracted to said options? Do they want said options? Or will they settle for said options? That's it. You know, when you see these videos of women saying, oh, I've been single for 27 years, I've been single for this many years, where are the good men, all this stuff. It is you, right? It is women. It is their fault. It is their fault that they don't have a man, that they can't find a man, that they have issues in dating. It is 100% a woman's fault. 100%. Because majority of women, 90% I believe, maybe even 99, will always have options of men to choose from the bad boys, you know, nice guys, the men that provide, the men that will love you, respect you, that will worship you, the men that would be absolutely crazy for you. Women will always have options. It is their prerogative if they choose the man or not. That's it. So I will never have sympathy for women when it comes to dating, because women have 100% the power. I will say this: it is crazy that whoever man would marry a P-star, but it is what it is. You know, if he's happy, cool. If she's happy, it is what it is.
Why do dads get to do everything independently? You're gonna go work on your truck? Don't worry, I'll watch the kids. You're gonna go mow the grass? I got the kids. You're gonna go work down the shed on whatever the heck you do down there? Kids can stay in with me. But you want a clean house to live in? You want all your clothes washed? You want food to fill your belly? Don't worry, I'll do it with a baby on my hip and a toddler screaming hanging onto my leg. It'll be all right.
Sometimes I feel like women don't have good communication skills. Why did you not talk to your man? Why do you not talk to your husband? I really don't understand women like this. It's like, I'm very suspicious of this, because it feels like they're rage baiting, because they're doing whatever they can to make content. Because here's the thing, where, let's say the things she said, mowing the lawn, fixing cars, doing really strenuous manual labor stuff, okay? It's not really the environment you want a toddler walking around in or being in, okay? It's like there's heavy machinery, there's things that can hurt a toddler. So really, a kid being with the mom around in the house when, you know, if she's cooking, the kid can be in the crib or something. You don't have to have the kid on your hip, okay? You don't have to have the kid on your hip. I've seen so many, I mean, like there's parents who are like, okay, they're doing something, the kid can't be doing something also, okay? Especially nowadays with how many kids are on iPads and shit like that. So it seems like you are being disingenuous. The kid isn't always on your hip, because you go see that kid's face, like, mom is at it again with her bullshit. Because I'm pretty sure the kid's not on your hip 24/7 while you're doing whatever you're doing, okay? And the things you're doing is not necessarily, you know, a danger to kids, not necessarily. Comparative to, like, if the husband is, you know, doing, you know, car repair. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not a safe environment for the child. Really, women are just absolutely ridiculous. How about this? I believe if you talk to men, switch roles. I believe, in my personal opinion, men will be fine with, let's say, cooking, because I heard more and more men are actually cooking. So he will be fine with cooking, right? Cooking with and having the children around while you go out and mow the lawn. I think he'll be fine with that. How about this? I believe a man will be fine with him, you know, cleaning with kids around while you go and do car repair. I think he will be fine with that. Hopefully it'll be good, but I believe he will be fine with that. Men are not jumping for joy, breaking their backs, doing these heavier, right, harder manual labor jobs. Men aren't. Okay, how about this? I believe men would be fine with doing the laundry, okay, if women always going to take out the trash, the heavy trash. I'm pretty sure men would be fine with that. So this is the thing where it's funny because even in today's day and age, the labor that men have to put, it's still a bit more backbreaking, sweat-inducing, comparative to the labor women does. Usually it's inside the house, right? In air-conditioned environment, and not that strenuous. I mean, to take clothes and put it into the laundry unit, it's not the same as mowing the lawn, especially comparative of, how big your lawn is. I'm really tired of women complaining. Did you really hash this out before you married the man? Did you? Did you understood the dynamic of the relationship before you married the person? Probably didn't. So whose fault is it? His or yours? When you didn't figure out how the relationship would be. I'm really tired of women complaining, yet did they actually put in the effort to figure out how the relationship would be? Did they actually communicate their problems and issues? Most likely not.
I don't like men that be like too geeked about dealing with me. Like, y'all ever met like a dude that's on your heels, but it's like too much, like they're too excited.
They said that's a red flag.
Showing love is a red
No,
No.
showing love.
Like when niggas be like, oh my God, what made you with me?
Yes, that right
That shows a red flag because I want to drink your but that's the red flag is that you don't feel like you're on my level.
Yeah.
So now I'm stooping down to a level to try to you should be happy to deal with me.
Right,
but you should not be wondering what made me want to deal with you. Like that's
If you give women the option, they will tell themselves. This is why I like to quote, don't listen to what women say, pay attention to women's actions. I think a little while ago, a whole bunch of women were saying, a relationship will only work if a man loves you more. And we all know, at least men and women love to, show ignorance about it, that's not true. You don't respect a man that overly loves you, that loves you more. You go for the men that you love more. Like those women say, if a man loves you too much, you turn off by it. Because you think you are dating below your level. This is why men know it. That's why sometimes men don't even argue with women, because if you give them enough rope, they will hang themselves with it. They were the ones to contradict their own point of views. This is why it shows that, honestly, in my personal opinion, divorce rates show the truth. I guarantee you, a lot of those divorces, if not most of them, the men love the woman more. She just didn't love him. She chose to divorce him. 70% of divorces are filed by women. Women choose to leave relationships. And I think that's indicative of even non-marriages. Women choose to leave relationships more than men. And I believe that women are the ones to, more often than not, fall out of love with a man. So that's why I questioned it too. That a whole lot of women say, oh, a man need to love a woman more, the relationship work. Bunch of BS. And like I said, you don't listen to what women say, pay attention to what they do. You give them enough time, they will show you something different. Okay? Hell, you know what? Even listen to what women say. You let them keep talking, they're going to show you the hypocrisy in their point of views.
One of the things I hear all the time from stay-at-home moms is the complaints. My husband does not help out. But let's be real. If you don't work, your job is the home. Your job is the kids. And yes, even your husband is your job. So while you're frustrated that he just goes to work, he's carrying the full financial weight of the family. That is every bill, every mortgage payment, every grocery run, every little time that you want to treat yourself. He's got to take care of that. And on top of that, 9 times out of 10, he's drowning in work stress, office politics, the pressure of never failing. Because if he does, your entire life will collapse. Then he comes home to complaints that he's not available enough. He's not emotionally available enough. He doesn't help enough. He's lucky because at least at work he gets a break. Meanwhile, he has no safe space. He can't vent because if he does, he's weak or he's a complainer. He can't say he's exhausted because you're just going to say you're even more exhausted. His role is provider. It's machine, work, pay. Machine, work, pay, repeat. Like a robot. No check-ins, just higher, and higher expectations. And this is why men suffer in silence. Because society only checks on the moms and the kids. But what about him? He's the one who's sacrificing moments with his kids so that they can have the life that you want. He's the one breaking his back so you don't have to work. But he's not just a paycheck. He's not a robot. He's a good man. But he's also invisible. And when a man feels invisible for too long, he starts to wonder, why am I even here? Why am I here? And a lot of times, he'll go find somebody else who will make him feel appreciated. And then that'll give you even more ammo to shit all over him and drag him and then play the victim. This is a problem. And I'm really tired of hearing about the complaints from women on a daily basis who stay at home with their kids. That is your job. Manage your time a little bit better.
I want to say this. I honestly believe stay-at-home wives are a luxury that most people can't afford. If you want true partnership, make it a partnership. Work. Provide as well, equally. You're both providing equally, contributing equally, or how you determine equal. You're both contributing to the child care, child rearing, the house maintenance, house care, everything. It's equal. So no one's feeling overextended, no one's feeling used, no one's feeling like they're doing too much. That's true equality. That's true 50-50. Both people are contributing. I honestly believe stay-at-home wives, stay-at-home moms is a luxury that most women, most people, most family cannot afford. If you want partnership, your man contributing to all these other things that you complain about, provide. Take some stress, responsibilities off of his back so he can share in some of yours. This is a thing where I think the whole providership men is dying because, in essence, it doesn't fit women, modern women, because they want men to be more present, which is cool. I totally agree, totally understand. Well, you want it to work, provide, do it equally. So the well-being of the family, the success of the family is not all on his shoulders. So.
I don't really like you. You know that, right? One second. Hi, babe. I'm hanging out with my friend.
Which friend?
Shayla, you know her?
Shayla? That makes sense. How long y'all gonna be out?
Till like 2, probably.
2? I mean, I guess shit. I'll still be up though.
Okay, I'll call you.
Yeah, just call me when you like to make it in, alright?
Okay, babe.
Alright, I'll miss you.
I miss you.
Alright, I'm gonna talk to you later, alright?
Later. Bye-bye. Back to what I was saying.
You know, sometimes you wonder why the narrative where, you know, the players don't settle down, or you hear some men saying they'd rather be the side dude. This is the thing where a lot of men these are the type of men that honestly probably know women the best. The men that date a lot of women, interact with, you know, get with a lot of women, they probably know women the best. And then you wonder, and you see why these men rarely settle down. Because they know a lot of women. I'm not saying it's not all women, of course. They know a lot of women's character, the type of women. They know how they act. Because this is the thing where a lot of women, they have, I don't know, maybe a nature where they want a man to be perfect. If he can't be perfect, she's gonna spread her options out where she's with this man, dealing with that man, she's in a relationship with that man because he can provide, so on and so on. Because women have, you know, I'm not saying all, but women have a kind of a desire where the grass is greener. Where one, they don't want to be bored. I've said this before. I think one of the most dangerous emotion or feeling a woman can have is boredom. If she's bored, she's leaving you. If she's bored, she's divorcing you. So that's one of the most dangerous. And this is the thing where to compensate for that boredom, well, she either date toxic men or she date multiple toxic men, and she may, I don't know, wife up the provider simp. And this is the thing where, because you also wonder why do women always get with the cheaters, the liars, the men that don't commit? Why? Because you gotta think, it's like, it doesn't make sense when you hear a woman talk about, oh my God, all of her dating history is just constant cheaters, constant liars. You gotta put 2 and 2 together. Again, it makes it seem like, you know what? The men are not the problem. Women are. It's women. Because, like I said, I believe women are addicted to drama. They have a allergic reaction to boredom. So a lot of women will, maybe unknowingly, subconsciously, date the more toxic men. Date the type of men that she knows that he's bad for her. She knows it. But she will ignore it because it kind of gives her a dopamine thing. You know, like, I guess, extreme happiness and extreme sadness. So, and, you know, it's also a thing where I think also women have a desire to be part of the victimhood victimhood, sisterhood club. So I don't know, but